Get him. He's right over there by that tree, wasn't he?
Right in that shade line. Right in the shade line.
I think that chartreuse color's been a hot color today for the bluegills.
It's been a good one.
Thanks for joining us today on the Carolina Outdoor Journal. Today's program is going to take us up just off the Cashie River.
That's right. We're going to be targeting bluegills in May with fly rods, popping bugs, using light fly rods. Just had loads of fun. We had a little issue that morning. We had a weather change a couple of days prior that caused the water levels to rise, and so it actually changed where the fish were hanging out. We had to kind of work the bugs in tighter to cover. Actually, some areas were low enough you could hear them back in the swamp popping, feeding, and so harder to reach, but the guys worked their bugs up close and we caught fish.
Now, gear time's going to be real interesting today.
Well, they're going to describe the type of fly rods they use. They kind of scaled down. These were 5 and 6 weight fly rods using popping bugs. They used several different popping bugs, which I'll go over, but other than the little change that we had that kind of threw us off, we still caught fish.
And Donna's recipe starts out with shrimp today.
That's right. It's a shrimp and tomato salad recipe, grilled shrimp combination I think that you'll like.
All right, we got a lot going on. Let's head up to the Cashie on the Carolina Outdoor Journal.
Hunter, I brought you in off the Cashie River. We're going to fish some backwater creeks this morning. We've got mid-May, beautiful weather this morning, so we're actually going to break out the fly rods and see if we can find some brim up on the beds.
That sounds great. I've heard there's a lot of nice fish in the area, so I'm looking forward to it.
Most definitely. We're going to start out with popping bugs, being the water's a little high, see if we can get some on top.
And I also brought some spider flies to try down below, so.
Excellent. We got the best of both worlds.
Well, let's give it a try.
Hunter, this morning we've got a high water, so we're actually going to focus these bugs as far back as we can up against the shoreline, and we'll read what the fish want and we'll kind of respond to it.
There he is.
Nice. Yeah, he came up and hit it like he's supposed to, huh?
Yes, sir. Right off that bed again.
There could be several size fish up there. Generally, we'll see small fish and some nice fish mixed in. Let's see what we got here.
All right.
Oh yeah, it's a little nicer fish there, Hunter.
Yes, sir.
Man, that white may be the color this morning. I'm gonna pop this hook right out of him, and we'll get him back in the water.
Sounds great.
The thing is caught right in the corner of his lip. One little pop.
All right.
And bam.
I appreciate the release.
Let's see if there's some more up on that bed.
Let's do it.
Hey, check your hook real quick.
Right up under that tree, and he come right up to the edge and hit the white bug.
Pretty fish, Hunter.
Yeah, got some good colors to him.
Got him?
I do. He sure does like this white bug. He was right up under that tree over there, next to that bed, and he sure did suck it right in.
Yeah, I'm gonna follow you up and see if I can get one. I'm gonna try to get his mama.
All right, let's do it again.
Get us up there just a touch closer.
We saw it right at the same time.
Yeah, we put it right over top of that bed and he came right up and consumed it as soon as it hit the water. Probably a couple more fish up there, Hunter.
All right, I'm gonna give it a try.
It's hard to beat catching these brim, man. I love it. Month of May, this is awesome.
It's nice weather outside too.
They'll pop these bugs from time to time, you know. I love throwing a popping bug. It's a style of fishing for the fly rod that's anybody can do it, and it's a tremendous amount of fun, you know, high volume.
Sure is.
Great looking fish. Let's see if we can pick up another one. We're just gonna keep moseying right along. We'll pick these beds off. There's enough beds that we can stay active.
Now, you mentioned earlier that the middle of May is about the peak time for these bluegills, but we can catch them year round, is that right?
That's right. That's kind of the peak for the river system is that first full moon in May. It puts these fish on a spawning bed, and that's kind of the celebration that you have. But these fish can be caught, you know, year round. As it gets later on in the summer, a lot of times you'll see, you know, an early morning bite, late evening bite, but it's definitely a variety of fish that you can target year round. And the spawning situation, rivers, depending on the water temperature, a lot of times they come behind ponds and what have you, so it's a fish you can target anywhere with outstanding results.
Right, it's definitely fun to do. Oh, that's some gar in here. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
He came right out of the pads, Hunter.
Yeah,
Let's see if
nice
we can get him
fish.
out of there. That's awesome when they cut around in those lily pads. Get him out here on the
Got a lot of
edge.
tension on the line there.
Yeah. Pretty bluegill.
Sure is. I can see the colors from here.
It's always fun to catch them in the back of those pads. They come out whirling around, swirling. Came out and popped that bug right out of the pads. It's a pretty little set of pads starting to come up.
He sure was hungry.
Yeah.
Pretty fish.
Nice bluegill. Get him back in the water and pitch it right back up there and see if we can get us another one. There's one, Hunter.
Get him to the boat. Looks like a good
Came
fish.
right out of the pads. Seems like today the pads are producing.
Rounded that corner and got out of the wind. It was like a light switch turned on.
No doubt. A pretty bluegill.
Very nice.
Hooked right in the corner of the mouth there. He came up and snatched it off top of the water just like he's supposed to. Now I'm starting to get that hump head on him.
It's a pretty fish.
Here they are. Don't do nothing but get bigger. They'll fatten up as the month goes on and start getting on these beds really well. Some great action on the fly rod, no doubt about it.
I'm gonna try to duplicate it real quick.
Send one up there. Let's see what happens. Just heard one feed, going right back up there. Little short pops. You hear them in there sucking?
I do.
Water's really high. There's a lot of them in the woods. We're able to pick these off the end out here though. It's a good strike, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. A little bit better fish, it feels like. Let's see what we have. Ah, a little bass.
Jump.
You never know what you might catch.
Part of the
River system.
variety.
All right.
He liked the way that bug looked as well, didn't
He
he?
did.
He decided he was gonna consume it before that brim took it that was trying to eat it.
Let's see.
There's one. Nice action. Kind of scattered throughout the pads here. It's always important to pick one of these up if you're throwing a fly for panfish. That is a neat gadget there.
Sure is.
It pops the fly right out just like that.
All right.
This old Blackwater Creek brim. This old bluegill.
Let's do it again.
Certainly, I'm gonna pick another one up right off that tree there. A tree in the pads.
I'm all caught up here.
That's all right, I'll get him for you.
Get him. He's right over there by that tree, wasn't he?
Right in that shade line. Right in the shade line.
I think that chartreuse color's been a hot color today for the bluegills.
It's been a good one. It's kind of far off shoreline. You never can tell.
Pretty fish.
Decent fish.
Let's catch some more.
You know, Hunter, one of the things about fishing is backwater creeks. Eastern North Carolina is just a range of habitat that you have. I mean, as you can see here in front of us, we've got reeds, pads. You can actually fish structure. These brim will come off all of it, you know. A lot of times you can find these beds as it transitions, but as far as a casting perspective or a fishing perspective, I mean, if you're a beginner caster with the fly rod, beginning casting, you can fish wide open, or you can, you know, get as tight to the shoreline as you want to get.
Right.
So there's a little bit of variety for everybody. But as far as areas to fish, I mean, it's absolutely perfect in my eyes. There's one. There's one on the
That was on the spider fly, wasn't it?
Spider, yeah.
You know, the sun come out, and I think that spider fly is going to be a good choice.
Might be the go-to. Might be the go-to. Bluegill.
Pretty fish.
Oh yeah. Right decent one. Pop that fly. Some grass mixed in with him.
I'm going to cast back over there and see if he has a brother or sister hanging around there.
He's got another one. Man, talk about a pretty place. Go back and we'll see if we can find a bed of them up there. I think most of these have been just kind of scattered fish. We'll see what happens. See if we can pick up a fish or two along the edge of these pads.
Spider fly strikes again.
The spider fly, slow sinker up there. Man, he was right on the edge of that swamp line going in at waters.
He's putting up a good fight.
Yeah, pretty decent fish. I think they're pushing back there, pushing back as far as they can with that high water. Another one hooked right in the top of the mouth on that little spider fly. Pretty bluegill. I threw that one back as far as I could in the woods, Hunter. You can see how the water's rising, actually going back in the swamp.
Right.
I expect these fish are going to be pushing back as hard as they can. Punch it right on the edge and see what we can produce.
Let's do it. A water snake there, Mitch?
Yeah, they'll start popping out when the sun gets up. Get them motivated. Especially this high water, they should be coming out.
Mitch might need to go in there. I think he's around one of those pads.
I think he ate that coming off that lily pad,
He
didn't you?
sure did.
I heard. What you got there?
Little bass.
Large mouth.
He was hungry for sure, though.
I couldn't
Very
tell
nice.
exactly what he was after, Hunter. I heard it when he ate it when he came off the pad.
He sure was hungry. I mean, as soon as it hit, bam. Pretty bass.
Yeah.
Let's do it again.
Dark water creek. There he goes. Man, they blend in. There's a good one. And he's cutting up, isn't he, Hunter?
He is.
Came out of that little slough.
He never want to come to the boat. Got some good colors there on the bottom there.
Yeah, dark back. It's kind of funny at the range of colors you'll see. They'll get a real deep dark blue gill on them sometimes. Look how dark the back is on that fish.
Sure is.
you go back and play another day. There's one out of that shade line, huh?
He was right in there.
Yep.
Nice fish too.
The bluegill.
I think he's matching the color of your fly line there.
Yeah. It turns upside down. See that orange breast and took that spider fly.
It's really been hot this after.
Look how dark those fish are. Almost purple on their bellies, real dark back. Appreciate that, buddy. Easy as takes off.
Catch them again another day.
I see it. Saw that little indicator go down. Doop. Seems like right when that fly sinks out of sight, it's when they hit it a lot of times. If you have to go to that sinking fly, that's generally what you'll see. You'll throw it up there and that thing will slowly sink, and the minute it goes out of your vision, that's most of the time when you get your strike.
Right, just be patient with it.
Yep.
Joey, it seemed like the popping bugs were working that morning.
They were. You know, again, we had that little change in the water levels from what Mitch had seen earlier in the week. He had been on a really good class of bluegills. I mean, really nice. He said larger than hand size, which is a real nice bluegill. But that change actually changed what he had hoped we'd see that day. But we still caught good hand size fish, and on those light fly rods, they just lots of fun.
Light equipment is the buzzword. Let's go to gear time.
Mitch, what a fun morning it's been fishing off of the Cashie River for bluegills, which was our targeted species this morning. We actually caught a few bass as well. Talk to us a little bit about the tackle we were using today.
Hunter, we've used, as you can see here, we've got a variety of flies, tide, and poppers. We started out this morning on the popping bugs. Fish were taking them pretty good. Caught a lot of bluegill. As the sun came up and the conditions kind of transitioned over, we actually went to slow sinking flies with just an indicator. The popping bugs are pretty much just a surface plug. The fish come up and they'll attack. Things get slower pace. We'll drop over to these slow sinking flies. And here we have different weights we can go to so that they can slink extremely slow or extremely fast. And you've got an indicator that you can slide up and down to adjust whatever depth you want it to go to. When we switched over to the slow sinking flies, you saw the fish were taking it just as soon as the fly went out of sight. So just kind of match what the conditions are, match what the fish are telling you they want. And as you can see here, a couple different varieties, you have everything covered from top water to slow sinking, subsurface fishing.
That's right.
We've got this matched up on, actually these are TFO bug launchers, 5 to 6 weight, a floating line, and as you can see here, we were using about 3 to 4 foot a leader. And you can absolutely have a ball.
Absolutely, they match perfect for the bluegills.
They certainly do, and you'll catch a variety of species of fish doing this. And but today we were targeting bluegill. We hit our mark with some others, thrown in. So really good time. These rods work out perfect for what we're doing, as you can see today.
That's right. All right, well, I enjoyed fishing with you today. Hopefully we can do it again soon.
Man, it was a pleasure having you, and look forward to next time.
Absolutely.
I'd like to give you Mitchell's numbers on your screen there if you'd like to try some of this top water popping bug fishing. I'm sure he would love to take you out fishing. Now, let's catch up with Donna. She's got a recipe today. It's tomato salad and shrimp. You're going to like this one.
Hi, today in the kitchen we're making a tomato salad with grilled shrimp. great, quick, easy. It's really a yummy recipe. You can make it ahead of time, let it marinate, serve it for guests, or just pull it out when you're really hungry. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our shrimp and we're going to peel it. And you can either cook, roast it in the oven if you'd like, or you can grill it. And if you are going to grill it, I find the easiest way to do that is to skewer it and then brush it with some olive oil or some oil and then place it on your grates. And it should only take about 2 to 3 minutes per side to cook your shrimp, depending on the size of them. So that's a quick and easy thing to do. And you can always just keep that in your fridge for a couple days, and then you're ready to go when you want to make the salad if you're cooking something else on your grill. So while that is grilling or roasting in our oven, we're going to make our salad. We're going to use some bright colored tomatoes. I like to use different colors. So if you have heirloom tomatoes in your garden or at your farmer's market or just from your grocery store, it's fun to buy a variety of different tomatoes to make it a little bit more interesting, I think. So I have mine cut. I just cut them in half. And then we're going to pour over a little bit of a vinaigrette that is lime juice, lemon juice, some zest, garlic, and some olive oil, and some herbs. So we're just going to pour that over and give it a toss. And we're going to add in a few more herbs. So we're going to add in some chopped parsley and some dill and basil. You can use mint in this if you like, depending on what herbs you might have in your garden or that are fresh that time of year that you're making this. And this is something you can make and chill down, and it's a great recipe to serve at a party. You can serve it in a variety of different ways. So what I have done is I'm going to put my shrimp in here, I'm going to give this a toss, and then I'm going to let this, I would let this normally sit in my refrigerator for about an hour or more so that all the flavors can marry and absorb into the shrimp. So the way I would serve this is I would use some mason jars. This is a great way to take it to a party. You can fill your shrimp mixture into your mason jar. Even if you don't have flats, but you might have the rings to go with your jars, you can put a piece of parchment paper on it or wax paper and then screw the lid on. And then when you get to your picnic or to your event, you can just take it off and you're ready to go. And you haven't messed, hasn't turned over in your cooler and made a mess. You can also serve it in some pretty little white bowls or some little mini pie tins or a variety of different sizes of jars, which is kind of fun too. You'll be able to see what I did over here. So what I did over here is I just found a variety of jars that I have in my cabinet, and I thought it'd be kind of fun. So I just filled them up with the mixture, and you're ready to go. Put it on a pretty plate or platter, and you're ready to go. So I hope you enjoy the tomato salad with grilled shrimp, and I look forward to seeing you here next time on Simple Cooking.
As always, a great recipe from Donna. We do thank you for that so much. Joe, you can fish like this all over North Carolina because there are creeks everywhere.
That's right. We're blessed with that, an abundance of rivers and streams and creeks all over North Carolina, particularly here in the northeastern part of North Carolina. Cashie River, Roanoke River, and then the creeks off of these rivers have whole good populations of bluegills, and using, downsizing your tackle like we typically like to do a lot of times on the size fish that you're catching. These light fly rods and popping bugs just are very productive, lots of fun, and if you've never tried it, give it a try.
And make sure you take that light tackle with you.
Yeah, exactly.
For Joe Albee, I'm John Moore. We do thank you for joining us today on the Carolina Outdoor Journal.
Make sure to visit our website for more information and a link to our online store, Anglers Bay.